Hey everyone, you are listening to Infinite Binge. We are watching Westworld Season 1, Episode 8, Trace Decay. I am Jake, and who else is here?
Kevin?
And Andrew.
In this episode, Bernard struggles with a mandate, Teddy is troubled by dark memories, and Maeve looks to change her script.
Anyway, that's it. Have a good one, guys. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Bernard was having a lot of emotions at the start of this episode.
Yeah, and Ford was like proud, like he was like almost like a fatherly proud.
I couldn't tell if it was that or if he was proud of the work he did to make the emotions look so real.
I'd
Right.
say that, like a god proud. Like, look at this being I've created.
Yeah,
Look at all the crap it's feeling, or thinks it's feeling.
but he can just wipe it all away.
Well, or can he?
Kind of, but not really.
Is it more just hide it away?
Like I think Arnold could totally wipe it away, but I think Ford is really, really good. I don't think Ford is as good as he thinks he is.
Well, because they show, or they have him say, like, have you ever made me do this to anyone else? And then he's like, no, never. And then right before he wipes, he has a flashback of killing Elsie, right? That was her name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the technician.
So, like, I don't know if and even with every other character, I guess almost nothing is ever wiped completely. It's just hidden almost.
Yeah, like that's kind of what I meant by I don't even think that he realizes sort of how deep some of the memories go, and I think that some of that work was maybe done by Arnold. It's kind of like whenever you talk about knowledge transfer and things like I don't want to say in business, but like in like professional organizations, talking about knowing where the bodies are buried. Yeah, this is kind of exactly that, for lack of a more elegant phrase.
Right. So I don't know if it was revealed before. I know that it was said that the host couldn't leave the park, but in this episode they said that there are bombs in their spines.
Yeah,
Correct.
like on a specific vertebrae. I think it was like no, it couldn't be. I was gonna say I think it was like C4, but I was like no, that'd be like too on the nose,
Right.
like the cervical vertebrae 4 or whatever. I don't know.
'Cause I know in the past we discussed how they said like they're designed so they can't leave. I guess this is what they were talking about. Unless there's other ways too that they didn't mention. And this was brought up in regards to Maeve, right? She was trying to leave the park, or she wants to be like redesigned so she can leave the park.
Yes. And that stupid guy is still helping her.
Yeah, and the other guy's just like, okay, she's off. Let's wipe her. Let's wipe her memory. As Bricker, I think he actually said, right?
Like she's an iPhone.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of one thing that I am a little bit impressed by is how much like interplay there is between terminology of technology now versus what they have.
Right.
So even if this is like off in the far-flung future, it's still kind of the same.
So I don't know if you guys caught this, but the man in black, when he comes across a lady that's a robot lady, and he recognizes her.
So there's still kept a use for you or something like that. It's like, yeah, they still kept you around.
I thought they would have retired you a long time ago.
Yeah, she was the one that did William's like introduction. It was like, you pick out the clothes you want and your hat and your gun.
Everything here is bespoke and is made specifically for you. Yeah, when I saw you post your notes into our little running document, and I saw that like as I was watching the episode, like rewatching it, and I was like, no shit, I didn't realize that like at all.
I've been looking for something like that like the whole time. Like I was looking specifically for a character that would have been in both, that would have gave a hint to the dual timelines.
Right. One, it's like, I mean, she in the other one that she was kind of in there so briefly.
Right. Yeah.
She was almost it was almost like a little throwaway exchange.
So now that I'm thinking about it, I think like the starting area that William arrived in is the area now where it's like cold storage. The place with all the like leaking water everywhere and everything.
Is it though? Because in a later episode, actually the finale, I think, they go to the train area and it pretty much looks exactly the same. Actually, no, even earlier in this episode when Maeve is walking around, I think, and she sees the big screen with her daughter.
Right.
That scene, it seemed like the opening area, so I would think if they move it, they just replicate how that area kind of looks as far as, for first arrival.
Right.
Or like they come in and go, because again, as they've showed, this place is just absolutely massive.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
But one of the things I want to say is it was also, getting back to Bernard in the beginning, kind of remembering like everyone basically remembering in this episode, because they had Teddy was starting to remember some stuff. And then when Dolores was remembering, it showed like the OG Westworld, like when they were all still like very, very early days. And they were all dancing in the town or whatever. And then I don't know if it was the very end, but near the end, with Maeve, when she was remembering about the man in black, and like, I don't know if what I got from it was that like the emotions are so good they can override the programming, is what I kind of got from that scene about her when they, it did like the flashback to when her daughter had been killed.
Right.
And then like she didn't listen to Ford or anyone, basically, like they couldn't shut her down almost. So I don't know if that was like the emotions are like real, basically.
Yeah, it seemed like she became self-aware, like the emotions made her self-aware. And I don't know if it's like to the same extent she is now.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, that's just what I got. It was like that emotion of love was just so real and powerful, like it overrode the programming, basically.
Yeah.
And then at the end, our buddy Logan shows back up as well.
Oh God! Everyone's favorite. No one's favorite. He's like a bad penny. He always turns up.
Has that actor like played like a good guy in anything? He's always the villain.
He probably has.
He portrayed Samuel Adams in a miniseries. So
well, that's something.
He was a beer guy, and he was Prince Caspian in the Chronicles of Narnia.
Okay, so basically he's just always a villain.
Recently, yeah.
There was a line where it was like being narrated where they said like lose yourself in past memories, and it's narrated over Dolores and William, because that's basically what is happening with Dolores.
Yeah, that's another one of those kind of things where if you like looking back on it, it makes sense, but
yeah, they're telling you right there exactly what's happening. It's just you don't realize it without the context of what is happening.
I think it's going to be interesting, like especially watching the second season, because if you take them literally at their word, they'll tell you exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Like if you look for like subtext and stuff, then that's where you'll get lost.
Did you guys have any other points you wanted to discuss?
None that I can really remember.
Yeah, no, nothing else for me. Just the usual. The music is always great.
Oh yeah.
Did House of the Rising Sun?
I think there was. I don't remember if it was in this one or one of the previous ones, but they did that Amy Winehouse song. I didn't even realize it.
The only one song I know of hers is that Rehab one, and I doubt that's what you're talking about.
No, I think it's like Back to Black. My wife pointed it out to me. I didn't know the song. I knew House of the Rising Sun.
I think that's the most recognizable ones that they have done.
Paint It Black, I'd say, is probably the most. And then House of the Rising Sun, I would think, next.
And then like maybe
Black Hole Sun.
Black Hole Sun.
Yeah.
House of the Rising Sun, Black Hole Sun, Paint It Black.
There's a theme here.
Sun Black. the sun will turn black in this world, or
What does it mean?
I think
Okay,
it
I think
means
I'm
that
gonna.
no one sings like Chris Cornell anymore.
No,
Ah.
that is accurate. I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. Unless there's anything else you guys want to add, real quick. All right, I'm wrapping it up. All right, thanks for listening. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave some comments, do all that good stuff. Also, listen to the Manga Machinations and the Geek Box and Comic Conspiracy. And thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.